What's up, people? Admin Rooster here, talking about what's on my mind, and today it's this game, Gone Home, on the PlayStation, and it was free last month, and I want to talk about it. So before I start, sorry I had a switch on you, had to get comfy. Anyway, I'm gonna spoil everything in this game because it's a story-based game, and I just want to talk about it. So if you have played it, then cool. Then you might want to stick around. If not, then you might not want to watch this, or maybe you just don't care. Anyhow, so it's a kind of a first-person point-and-click adventure mystery, I should say, because it's not really. There's a little adventure to it, but you play as a daughter named Caitlin that has been. She's been in Paris for some reason. I forget. We're talking about 3-week gap here since I played this game. I think she's been studying abroad in Paris, and she comes home to this mansion that her mother, father, and her little sister Sam have just moved into. They've bought this mansion, and they're they're kind of settling into it. But when she comes home, and the family knows that she's coming home from the airport, nobody's there. So she's trying to figure out what's going on. You as the player, you as Caitlin, have to figure out what's going on by picking up all these notes and journals. Because every family that's missing is sure to leave note pages all over the house hidden as kind of like a breadcrumb trail. So anyway, I really like games like that, as I said before, and I like the setting. The setting in this game is really creepy. It's storming, you're in an old mansion, it's creaking, the lights are out in this entire house pretty much. So as you're exploring, you're going in these rooms and they're completely dark, and the first thing you're kind of looking for is that light switch. And in the back of your mind, you're thinking, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, something's gonna happen. And you flick on the light, and you're kind of, you just have that kind of that horror element because you're exploring something that you've never explored before. And you're reading these notes, and you're slowly unraveling what's happening to your family and where they're gone, and you're trying to figure it out. And it's just a really creepy game. So they do a super job of building that atmosphere. Now, early on, and here's where we're going to get into the story, you kind of realize that the mom and dad are having some marital issues. So you figure out that the mom may have been cheating at her new job at this wildlife thing, and she might have been cheating on the dad with the park ranger or something really kind of goofy. So you find out that they are actually gone the same time that you have come home. They've gone on this couples counseling thing, this marital counseling, kind of this getaway for the weekend or for the week. But you don't know where your little sister is. So you kind of start getting into that, and you slowly unravel that the little sister has a friend named Lonnie, and they have kind of been, let me tell you something about Lonnie and Sam. They've been a little feisty with each other, if you catch my drift. They've kind of been a little handsy on each other, and Sam might not really know how she feels about this. So there's kind of a little love story there, and Lonnie is a girl, so it's kind of a lesbian love story thing, which is cool. I'm fine with that. But then you realize that they have this kind of ghost adventure thing. Like, Sam's been seeing things around the house. Like, you find a page that talks about, Sam had written that she sees a shadow, and every time that she turns the corner, the shadow, kind of runs away, or it's gone. Or so her and Lonnie getting these ghost hunting things. So as you're exploring the house, you find little trap doors inside the walls, and it's really cool. And you find, these places that Sam has been hiding with Lonnie, and they've been uncovering just secrets in this old mansion, this 2- or 3-story old mansion. And it's really spooky, and she's talking about ghost sightings and stuff like this, and then you realize that she's been keeping up with this kind of spooky uncle that had died named Oscar, and you find out some not so good things about Oscar. I think he was abusive to the father, and it just kind of gets into that kind of stuff. I won't get too far into that, but basically they are convinced, Sam and Lonnie are convinced that Oscar is kind of haunting the house. So you see all these ghost notes, and you're finding all these clues. You're finding out more and more that Sam and Lonnie are falling in love, and you know, there's also notes about the house, how old it is. You know, electricians have gone out there and rewired the house. So you find out that, you know, maybe that's why the house is kind of flickering on and off with the lights and stuff like that. Well, towards the middle of the game, you find out that pretty much your goal is to get in the attic, because there's a note that says don't go in the attic, and it's from your little sister. And then you find the attic, and it's got all these red lights hanging around it, and it's pretty apparent that it's her sanctuary, and you know that the biggest clues are going to be in this attic. So you're trying to find access to the attic. Well, as you're doing that, towards the end of the game, you find a secret passage under the stairs in the main hall, and it's like a seance. Like, you realize that, like, I think the Lonnie girl's running away into the military, so they're kind of upset about it. And the last time that they're hanging out together, they're performing the seance to bring back this Oscar ghost. So you go in this room, and there's like a pentagram, and it's scary as hell. And you know, there's candles and all that shit, and a picture of him, and you're like, oh my god, what's going on? And then you find the attic key, so you crawl your little butt up to the attic, and there are like pictures being developed of Lonnie and Sam holding hands and hugging and smiling and all that crap. And you find like the final notes from Sam, and it just says like, hey, basically says, you know, Lonnie went to the military, but then she came back because she realized that we're in love and we're gonna run off together, so I know you're coming home, but that's where I'm at. Like, we're just gonna drive off into the sunset kind of story. And then the game ends. Like, it just ends. And that's it. I mean, like, so that's kind of where my problem is because there was this red herring, all, you know, of this ghost. And as you're playing it, it's a really scary game, and it's building up this tension, and it has, you know, this kind of seance thing, and this whole ghost sightings thing, and you're playing this game, and you're just like, damn, where's the fucking ghost at? You know? Like, I'm a little pissed off. I've got blue balls a little bit about this one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fine if you want to have a gay love story. I have no problem with that. I've got friends and family that are gay, so don't think that we're going there, but why the fuck would you do that? Why would you make me believe that this is a, like, ghost game, like a horror game, and then it just ends up being some stupid love story that I really don't care about? Like, fine, okay, you're in love. I'm coming home, you know what I mean? Like, I'm coming home to a mansion. Like, why not just let me know that right off the bat? Why do I have to find this out in the attic and go through all this bullshit and hunt fake ghosts to see that there was, you know, really, I don't think that's that big of a deal. Like, my battery alert just came on, sorry. I just didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like, the mystery to this game, it was just, it kind of fooled you, you know? Like, there should have been something bigger. I don't know. So, Gone Home, I mean, like, if we're giving it a rating system, I didn't really want this to turn into a rate kind of review thing, but I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10. Because I was so disappointed. I felt like I was misled into what kind of game it was. And maybe that's my fault for not reading about the game or having kind of any expectations. But the game really, if you play it from start to finish, or if you turn this video off in the beginning because you knew I was going to spoil the story for you, and then you come back and you're going to think the same thing. And you'd be like, oh my gosh, there's this ghost thing happening. Like, there's even a point in the game where you pick up a crucifix and the light shatters like right as you do it. And then a little bit later, you find out that the electricians had come out there, and you kind of, you know, but at the time you're thinking, oh my god, like you know, a demon just blew up the light when I picked up this cross. So anyway, it was a bunch of BS. The game is BS, and it pisses me off because, and this is why I don't look at reviews and stuff, because this game is critically acclaimed. Like, it's, oh my god, you know, 9 out of 10, 4.5 stars out of 5, and it's just not that good. It's not that good. The graphics are okay, which I really don't care about graphics. It served its point, but I just, shame on them for misleading their players. Let me know what you think if you played this game. And sorry if I ruined it, but I did give you a good warning. But anyway, that's my thoughts for today about Gone Home. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, I'm going to turn this bad boy off.